Hi fellow Scriabinoids, welcome to the Scriabin Sonatas lesson series. Today we are going to tackle Sonata number 6. This is the short version of the entire course. In case you're interested in getting the whole course, the link to purchase is available down in the description. If you're purchasing during the first week after the lesson has been released, there is a special discount, so don't miss the opportunity. Also, in case you're going to decide to get the entire bundle of the late 5 Scriabin Sonatas, number 6 through 10, there also will be a special bundle discount, so make sure then you get all the 5 for a special price. This is probably the most mysterious sonata by Alexander Scriabin because he has, in fact, never played it himself. Late sonatas are atonal, and this is the first sonata considered atonal. It's based on an octatonic scale. And this sonata has 2 tonal centers. So we don't have the keys anymore, technically, after the number 5. But this one has 2 tonal centers that are a triton apart from each other, which are the G and the D flat. So these tonal centers are called the departure dominant and the derived dominant. And it is said that Scriabin has approved of these tonal centers himself. So first we're going to talk about the main motifs, the main themes that carry certain semantic messages. Scriabin himself has written a lot of very unconventional words, things, directions, as you may have noticed if you have opened the music already. He writes precisely in French, and he writes things that you probably would have never ever seen written before him. And we will talk about these directions and, of course, the English translations of these words. By the way, an annotated PDF is available to download. If you have purchased this course, you get it, of course, complimentary. It is from the public domain. I myself prefer Jurgenson or Bernreiter, but of course I cannot share these scans openly, but I'm sharing a score from the public domain with my personal marks and annotations. So everything I will be mentioning comes from my own score that I've been working with, and I have copied the marks to be in the PDF that I'm offering to you. So we have the winged motif that is pretty much almost in the beginning. It's in measure 3. It sounds like this. So something really, really winged, flying. It even looks like 2 wings in the score, and it's a 6-tuplet of 16th notes, and it has a rest for the number 3, which creates an impression of something flying up and being in the air, perhaps. We do have a mysterious breath. And actually it says in the score that is measure 13. Then we have a transition motif which sounds like this. Then we have the dream. We have the chromatic motif. And we have the terror. And the terror arises it says during these two chords. But I believe this is this entire passage. So again, just the top voice. So let's start from the very beginning. We have the tempo indication modéré, so moderated, so not too fast, not really slow, but of course we have a big question what the tempo is really like, because of course it can vary slightly. And I remember that I used to play it maybe slightly slower than a lot of the pianists have recorded it, because I felt that the beat has to be quite restrained, you know. Now I'm exploring another concept, and I have added a little movement that is on purpose, and of course there is room for interpretation. Feel free to, of course, discover your own way to find your tempo if you're playing this piece. So my current idea would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, let's go. 3, off. And I think this has to be a very sharp takeoff, because this is going to tell us immediately that there is tension, there is something that has a very strong force, a very strong impact. So if we do something like this, 3, 1, then it has immediately a different character. It has a softer character and doesn't sound that dark. Also, keep in mind that in big halls, big rooms, there is the acoustics. So take that into consideration. Even if you take off really sharply, in a big hall, there will still be some reverb. That's pretty normal, but you cannot do much about it. Once again, one tiny thing, I don't have very big hands, so I do have to roll some chords or play them as extra grace notes. So of course we do have these grace notes, grace chord. I cannot, of course, reach from the D until the F. It's not possible for me, so I have to play the F with the right hand and the B flat. So I take the F into the right hand, and then that's tied. This is tied. And then we have the Sol, La bemol. We have the G, A flat. Sorry, I'm mixing two different systems of naming the notes, because that's how it is in my head. It's all mixed up. Makes sense for me, though. But then we have this chord after. I will just demonstrate it with both hands. Again, I can't reach it, so I have invented my own way of doing this. So yes, it is like a double grace note, but I roll it, or no, like I break it really, really fast. So what I do, I take 2 + 2, then I go to the next chord, only to the A flat, and I take the tritone in the right hand. I change the pedal while I hold the bass, and then of course I have to leave the bass note immediately in the left hand and the bottom note in the right hand, and jump for the upper notes in both hands. So again, 1, 2. That's very interesting because it's not da-da, but da-da. It's on the beat. So 2. Again. Sharp off. 2, 3. Again, tenuto, tenuto, but I split the pedal. I use two different, completely different pedals here. Pedal off, pedal off. So if it's not literally written legato, I try to subdivide it. Because again, in a big whole, there is a very big chance that it's all going to be blurred. And if I use the same long pedal, or if I change the pedal on the chord, that it's going to be really blended. So I roll the left hand at first, and then I help, because at first I can't help the left hand. I have stuff to do with my right hand. Then I go here, and I play exactly as written, but with both hands. And then I keep that G flat in the right hand. So all the time until we arrive here. Poco più vivo, slightly faster. This is a mysterious call, appel mystérieux. So we have this octave, tenuto, sol bemol, G flat. And for some people, it might be a mysterious call that is very bright and loud. For me, it's not. It's really contained. So I think it has to be somewhere inside. And it has to come from somewhere you can see. So this is the way I play it. I think I play it. So instead of something like this, I prefer to have it really half, almost like half is not there. Almost like it's not clear where it happened, you know. And what I do, I play 5, 3, 2, and then I jump here because I still have that G flat waiting for me to help my left hand. So my right hand is taking that note, and I have to jump, use the 4, 3, of course, go back, same thing. And this is the fun part now. So of course that's going to be legato. Rest off. Now the left hand has that as a response. What I do now, I play 5, 3, 2, then I jump to help the that middle part that is very unclear how to play it, because we clearly have the chord rolled. He rolls it until here, but what I do, I reach with the right hand and I take that C into the right hand. And of course the D. But then I pick up the rest of the motif with the left hand, because my right hand has to go here. Yeah, again, demonstrating the whole section from measure 137. Same thing. Holding again what only needs to be held. I explained this already, yeah? Same thing. Off. Piano. And I love taking the pedal off very slowly. So this way we end up gradually cleaning up that chord, and I think there is something very mysterious about it. Maybe it's the wrong way to do. Maybe old school teachers would tell you, no way. I don't care. I do it this way. I love it. You can do it like this. You don't have to do it like this. You can do it in a very different way, but for me, it's fun. Again, demonstrating what I mean. And I only now stay with my fingers where I'm supposed to stay, but of course, the other notes are still there, and I'm now slowly cleaning. And now I only have the harmony I need for the next measure. So I take that bar line to unwrap the real chord. Okay, going on. Same thing now, what I'm gonna do, so taking those two notes into the right hand of that big rolled chord. Yeah, demonstrating again in tempo. Off. So let's go. There is this figure always. Same. And it's a hemiola. We have 2 8s against 3 8s. So we do have a 3 8 bar with the quintuplets. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 for the left hand, and for the right hand we have in the middle of that. So for every 2.5, or like rather 1.5, but whenever we have beat 2, so the second half of that beat in the left hand, the second half of that 8th note is the new measure of the right hand, because there are only 2 8s. Good luck keeping your hands together. Well, what can I say? Just memorize that that's 1 is just the left hand. Then this is your stronger one in the right one, and the left hand is empty. And then again the right one. So empty, strong, strong, and now that's going to be on 2. So halfway through is somewhere here is the strong one for the right hand, and the left hand is just finishing up that figure it has, because it's right in the middle of the bar. And now finally they are together. Next loop. Strong, strong, empty, in the middle, together. The pedal is all wrong, of course, because I would take it off for every new slur. I would use a new pedal. That's what I mean. Let me demonstrate. Off, off, yeah, and that can be maybe or on each, or so either pedal on the entire thing, maybe half the pedal, so your foot goes only halfway down, or you can pedal on each, pedal, 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 slightly, or no pedal at all. Just do that with your fingers. It's very hard to reach here. Okay, and now we're at the end. Keep in mind that there are other courses, and you can take a private lesson or a series of lessons, or sign up for a regular schedule with me, especially if you're playing Scriabin's music, but not only. I teach classical music of all genres. Feel free to send me a message. The link to the contact form on my website is below. Feel free to ask me questions in your message, and we will then review the questions during your lesson, and we will work on the material, on the rep you are playing at the moment. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this was interesting, and I genuinely shared my own intake, my own experience with this piece with you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next videos, in the next courses. Keep practicing smart. Bye. I got lost myself. On the B, I switch 5 to 4. I got lost in my own fingering. Oh, trails in Scriabin. I have to create a special lesson for that. That's a response to the response. Just give me a second. When it's slow, I get lost myself. 1 sec. Oh, this is the fun part, my favorite. Here all the D that doesn't exist on our pianos, even over 100 years later.